Okay guys, this is my board game one. Yeah. My last video sort of started off to do the board game one, but I thought I'd get the retro video games out of the way. So yeah, I went to not retro game event. I went to a board game event in the Midlands, Birmingham. It was at the Hilton Hotel. Yeah, it was fucking fantastic. It was on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I went up with my mates on Thursday. Stayed at the hotel Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. And it was a brilliant event. There's loads of like news. I think I've got another video just showing walking around. But yeah, I did a lot of board game playing. And they sort of had a board games library as well. Where you basically pay £10 as a deposit. You can pick up any board game, then sit down, read the rules. So there are lots of board games you can play before you actually buy. And then when you take the board game back, you get your £10 back. There's also a bring and buy, which is really good. Such a good idea where you take your unwanted board games, you put a price on it. You pay a £1 for every sort of like 10 games on the sheet, and you're able to do it online. And then the sort of house or the event takes 10% and it gives to charity. So yeah, so you say well, you basically your board games up 10-15% lower than sort of like eBay and like the sort of like in the trade hall, and you're more likely to sell it. I took all my games on Friday, and in the end I think I took about 32 or 33 up, and I came back with 8. Sort of 8 sort of like trash ones. Oh, I just done a car boot video. I even picked up 2 board games at a car boot. One was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the movie board game. And yeah, I got it for £2 at the car boot, and I sold it at the Bring and Buy the next day for a tenner. What was a bit of? Oh yeah, Disney Monopoly. I picked that up for £2 at the car boot, and then took that to the Bring and Buy as well, and I sold that for like 12 or 13 quid. Because on eBay it was like 15, 16 quid. It was like a Disney Monopoly, so I got my money for that as well. So that was quite funny. Oh mate, I need to check. I need to check my GoPro to see if I actually recorded any of my games that I picked up. Anyway, yeah, with the Bring and Buy, people just like me, just bringing board games in, and sometimes like people don't know what they're worth, or they just want to get rid of them. So they just put a game that's normally a new board game on Amazon, eBay, or actually in the trade hall, which sells for like 40 quid. People will take it to the Bring and Buy, maybe not even used, sometimes they even sealed, and they'll sell it for, 16, 70 quid. You'll be like, thank you very much. And on the Friday, the Bring and Buy opened at probably about 11:20. Traded all my games in, and because I was one of the first, I think I was the third person, trade all my games in. And I kept a couple of board games back, which I'll explain in a minute. And when I'd done that, I was able to literally just stay in the Bring and Buy for about 4.5 hours, pacing up and down the Bring and Buy to pick out bargains. And in the end I had a little collection at the back. And yeah, this is the board games I got. Oh, I actually picked up some board games actually in the queue. So when you're in the queue to the Bring and Buy, obviously I was like looking at people's bags, because there's loads of like the sports soccer bags, the lizard bags you find at car boots, and everyone was like looking at each other's bags and like, oh, how much you want for that, mate? How much you want for that? And you're able to just give them like good money even before they went into the Bring and Buy. But they still sort of checked everything in, and I think they still paid the 10% so the charity still got the 10%. But yeah, so they still got a good deal, and you were able to sort of, even before they went in, they might not sell the games. A bit what if they might not sell the games or might not sell the games. So I picked up one board game for one guy in the queue. He was actually just in front of me, and it's called Crossmaster Arena. At the trade hall it's about 50-60 quid. On Amazon now it's about 60 quid. And he had 2 sort of expansions. You got a board, you got some characters, they got abilities, and you basically go around and kill each other. And these sets are normally 15 to 20 quid. This one's normally 15 to 20 quid as well. And I got this and sort of the base game from the same guy for 40 quid, which I was really happy with. I remember playing this when I was drunk and didn't like it, but I keep seeing reviews and stuff for it, so I thought, sod it, I'm just going to buy it and then just go crazy. As I always do when I buy fucking stuff. So I was really happy for that, even that was just in the queue for 40 quid. Okay. What other stuff? Yeah, so I was stalking up and down for fun, the queue. In the Bring and Buy, just non-stop, just going up and down. You had like the board games on the left on like racks, and then you have like all the miniatures and role-play books there. Sort of the old classic ones just on the right. But I was literally just doing a circle like that, and when people enter the room, they were like politely queuing up, look at the board games, and then like politely queuing up. Me, I was just in and out, good job on the skinny. There's loads of fat, obese, fucking man boobs, fucking BO people. You can just smell the BO really bad. You know, all these fucking obese geeks. Don't just do my head in. But yeah, I started a little collection. There was a little gap in the wall between like a table and, and like the place I was selling, and I was like, just picked up all my board games and just put them there as soon as possible. So yeah, so I picked up another like random expansion. This I guess is a bit like yeah, it's like that's supposed to be Captain America and some other guy. But I remember picking this up. I think it was about 10 quid as well. But now normally sells for stupid 20 quid and that as well. Okay, next is Space Hulk Death Angel, the card game. I picked this up for 15 quid. Normally retails about 18 quid, but there was loads of copies of this. Sometimes I'll pick up a board game and yeah, I must have seen about 10 copies of this game ranging from 5 quid to like 18 quid. But I picked up the bloody wrong one. I should have maybe waited. We haven't played it yet, so it's Space Hulk Death Angel. I guess it's just like the board game I can imagine, but just the card version. This is slowly going to build up. One of my friends has actually got this game, but we hardly ever see him anymore. And also, this is a Kickstart version. The good thing with board games, there's loads of Kickstart versions. Sometimes they're just reprinting or re-releasing a board game. They do it through Kickstart. They get it funded, and you get extra cards, extra pieces, and yeah, and there's always like better versions of like the board games than when they do an official release. So this is the Kickstart version of Guilds of Calawan. And I just love the artwork. Just love the artwork. It's hard to explain. But yeah, my mate's got like a smaller version, which is only half the size. This is going to fill up pretty quickly. Okay, one game which one of my friends convinced me to get. He said, this is a good price, you got to get it. And this is, I guess it's a Viking kind of game. Know nothing about it, but for 15 quid, when it normally goes for a bit more, like 40 quid, you know, I saw a couple of copies, 45, and I think it was like 38. But there's some 15 quid, just early in the bring and buy, and I was like, okay, let's get that. Okay, this is called Goblins Inc. It's a bit like one of the games I got behind me, which is called Galaxy Trucker. Where basically, Galaxy Trucker, you got loads of counters, and you actually build your, I guess you build your spaceship, and then you have to go through picking up supplies, picking up aliens, fighting off pirates. But this is exactly the same, but with goblins, and I guess you have to build, I guess it's like a goblin mech, I guess. And you have to survive through a couple of tasks. And this one was 15 quid again, stupid, yeah, it normally goes to about 30 quid. Did I get this one up to bring and buy? No I didn't, okay, I might save that one. Okay, that one's new. Okay, Arkham Horror, it's from the Cthulhu sort of like, Cthulhu world, by some random guy who created Cthulhu. Call it Cthulhu board game. Yeah, Arkham Horror, Amazon, eBay, they're like 40, 45 quid. This was 25, I was looking for one. Sometimes you buy these board games and they've got like expansions inside, but I haven't even looked at this one yet. Needs all sorting, I think. But it's soon going to build up. And also got an expansion. Arkham Horror, Dunwich Horror expansion. I think this is getting a re-release actually, because sometimes even the expansions they sell out and they don't do reprints for six or 7 months, and then the price just goes up and it's stupid. But I was happy to get this for, I think it's 20 quid. Okay, one board game I was looking for, and that was Doom the board game. Heard a lot about it. It's got big pieces, big yellow, green, red pieces. And I saw one copy, and that was, I think it was 30 quid to start off with, but the box was absolutely battered. I saw another copy, and that was 90 quid. And I actually got this late on Saturday when someone must have just been going to the Sunday event. He must have just came late Saturday afternoon, and just be going to the late evening Saturday, and also going on Sunday. And I saw this guy in the queue, and I'm like, how much did you Doom the board game, mate? And he goes, oh, 35 quid. I'm like, oh, thank fuck for that. I had a little list of board games that I wanted, and literally 90% of the board games that I actually picked up were actually the ones I wanted on my list, and had written down £35. So I was like casually waiting there, the guy checks in all his board games, because they put it on their computer, pay the money, And there was probably about another 4 or 5 people just like, hey, how much is that? How much is Doom? And the guy's, oh, he's promising this guy. And they're like, oh, that guy, he's had enough board games all week, all weekend. These people were kicking off at me because I spent so much money. I think I spent about 400 quid on fucking board games. That was 35. As you can see over here, I've got World of Warcraft, the board game. There's another World of Warcraft, but this is called the adventure game. Like I said, most of these board games, I've got them at good prices, so I can play them for the year until next year's Games Expo, take them back and put on the same price, and basically make my money back. So you're sort of hiring them for free for the year. But like I said, sometimes they go out of print, or they go out of stock, and the prices go up. So this is the World of Warcraft, the adventure game. I actually sold this for, no, I actually purchased it up for £10. I saw loads of copies of that game, so I'm a bit worried it's going to be absolutely shit. There must have been good 8 or 9 copies, but they were like 15 or 25 quid, but someone saw that for £10. I was well happy. Okay, another game, Sickly D's. I guess it's something to do with the Greeks. But yeah, there's 2 games sort of like this. It's called Kemet and Sickly D's. I got this for £25. News, probably about 40 quid, 39.99. But I saw 2 or 3 of these for the whole day. Someone saw this one for 25 quid, I got it. But all the other copies were, once again, 40 quid or something stupid. You can even go into the trade hall and get it for 38, 39. But some of the bring and buys, people were like just fucking putting so much like full price. Like Doom in the trade hall was £70 new, sealed, from just one table. I didn't see it anywhere else. But in the bring and buy, like I said, there was one for 80 quid, there was one for 90 quid. It's just, yeah, some of the stuff was crazy. Okay, Chaos Marauders is another Fantasy Flight game. I got this for 5 quid. We played it. We played all the rules completely wrong, but we thought it was absolutely shit. There's no wonder it was 5 quid. But we're going to give it a go because we actually read the rules properly. So hopefully it's going to be a different game. Okay. Don't know what the rest of this is. Oh yes, Heap and Scrappers. I think I might have picked this up actually in my little video that I did. So this just said, I think it just said 2 games in one, and they were like all like what's it called, elastic band together, and it was 15 quid. And then I quickly looked on Amazon. This one's going for £10. This one on its own going for 15. So I was happy to get it. And then when I opened it, it had a random the other expansion. So yeah, the other expansion, and then that goes for like 10 quid or so. So I need to try and sort it all out. So some of my video game sort of like followers and that, this is probably going all over your head, but there's some good stuff here. Okay. I forgot this as well. I also picked up Resident Evil, the deck building game, and this one was 15 quid. And this is out of print, and this goes for stupid money on Amazon and eBay. And I've already got Resident Evil, the deck building game up there, and I'm missing 2 sets, which is Alliance and the actual original game. Deck builders, you sort of had like 10 piles, and yeah, you start off with 5 cards and you buy stuff, you add weapons, and then with this one you just go into mansion and then you take on the monsters and make sure you've got enough ammo to go with your guns. But yeah, I saw 2 copies of this, once again 30 quid, 28 quid, but this one was £15, so I'll snap that up straight away. They did have the base game, and that was 25, 30 quid, it's just a bit too much I want to pay for it. So I'll definitely come back next year. Okay, one of my friends was in the trade hall and saw this on a stand for 20 quid, and it was new, Battle Cascadia, which we really want to play, and I think it's a bit video game themed. Yeah, it's just a pixely art. What does it say? Pixely art of retro shoot 'em up video games. So early 80s, it's upside down. It's a bit weird. The back is actually facing me the right way, but the front is actually facing the other way. What the fuck? Okay, and this was 20 quid. And this has been really hard to get. And they only had 2 copies. He picked up one, obviously the other one sold. And yeah, this is going for stupid money on Amazon and eBay as well. Probably about a month ago they're going really high. But now it's sort of actually been officially released. It's come down in price, but I was happy to get this. He did really, yeah, he sorted me out. Okay, and then I went crazy with, it's called Star Trek Attack Wing. Basics figures, you fly around, you have your captain. you program your movements. So I would go forward, do like a turn. There is a Star Wars version, and that's called Star Wars Attack Wing as well. My friends got that one, so the figures are really good, but this is made by a different company, WizKids. The figures aren't the best, but I don't care. But I'm more with the Star Trek than I am Star Wars. So I picked up the base set, I think it was like 16 quid? 16, 17 quid. This was actually from a dealer, but because the box was a little bit damaged there, they sort of reduced the price. They had like a little shelf with all like damaged corners, and they're just selling them at cheaper prices. So instead of paying 25, which was on this stand, I just paid, I think it was 17 quid or so. Just by having a damaged corner, just a creased corner, which you can just, I don't know, basically just iron out. I'll be there in a minute, people. Yeah, so I was planning to get that at the beginning of the week, and I actually got that at the end of Saturday, but this was actually in the bring and buy, and I just went crazy and bought loads of this. Yeah, this was in the bring and buy, because I knew I was going to get this, and it was basically Star Trek Attack where you can buy extra chips. So I went crazy. As you can see, it's $7.50. These are actually new and sealed. I saw ones even for like 8 or 9. These are normally go for like, at the event they were going for about 10, 11 quid. Online they're about 15 quid. Because everyone's trying to start, yeah, like I said, Star Trek Attack Wing is not as popular as the Star Wars one, because the Star Wars one, the figures are much better. But these ones, I just went crazy. So I got these two, $7.50. A couple more, well, not a couple more, got loads. All the ones with stickers saying $7.50. That's what I got from actually the bring and buy. So I got some Vorcha class, I guess. I think I got that one and that one there. Okay, these are two were also two from the bring and buy, and they were $7.50 each. So I was sort of a bit sneaky because they were the ones from the bring and buy, but also actually in the trade hall they were selling some as well, and I sort of was one Federation ship short, one Klingon ship short, sort of all being the same amount of ships, and I think one Romulan short. So I literally took the price of one of these and said, mate, I just picked this up from around the corner for $7.50. Yeah, can I buy the ones in your stand for $7.50? And the guy goes, yeah, we'll match that price. So I picked these up for $7.50 as well when they were there. I think they were there for about 10 quid. So I saved some money. And also this one, which was originally 9 quid, I think I got that one for $7.50 as well. I did actually pick up the wrong one. There's obviously you got the Federation, Romulan, and Klingon, but also in the sort of the Attack Wing universe, there's Alternate Universe, and there was just the Defiant, which I thought was a Federation one, but it's something to do with Deep Space Nine, where the Alternate Universe, the Defiant was captained by Chief O'Brien or something, and it had a different symbol. So I actually took that one back and said, no, I think I actually got that one for the bring and buy actually, and yeah, I got that one for the bring and buy. I actually took it to like a different stand and said, mate, I got this yesterday, can I swap it for one of these other ones? And actually swapped it with one in the stand. for the Romulan or Klingon chip or something. So that was quite funny. Quite sneaky thing. I got it to bring and buy, it was the only one odd out, thinking, great, Alternate Universe, I don't have any others. It's just pointless for me. Then I went on the other random stand, I'm like, mate, I got this yesterday. Me and my friend got all these yesterday, can I swap it? And the lady was like, yeah, that's fine. I'm just like, yeah, I didn't open it. Just changed them around. So I was like, well happy. Okay, the sort of, I need to create some fucking room. The bargain of the group, which is this one, which I couldn't believe the price. I even like, basically, yeah, there was in the queue. I saw this guy, I was able to wait at the end of, basically the end of the line. You had to, yeah, like I said, you had the, basically that was like the board games. People on here, this side, would actually check the ball games here. So half the time I was actually looking through ball games for people behind here to look at. But then, because there was so many people walking in, I was like, slowly moving on the queue. So I was able to go round to the top and then look down the queue when people exited and what they were checking in. And I saw this ball game and I thought, oh, but I saw this all the way down here and I sort of quickly rush, get my car boot, fucking walk on, squeezing through all the obese, smelly people. And the guy who was just putting out the board games put this guy on top, and I literally just went, wah! I key-owned. I key-owned a couple of people to pick up this board game. I grabbed it, and then everyone saw what it was. They were like, "Oh!" Because I was really happy to find it, and this was this game. And it's called Fortune and Glory. Look at the size of this fucker. So yeah, so they put it like that, and I went, Keown and Van Nistelrooy style. Got the board game, and I was thinking, this is going to be a stupid price. And I looked at it, and it was 25 quid. And I'm like, oh, that is the best price ever. And when I read it, and all the people in the queue were like, oh, how much is it? I'm like, 25 quid. And they were fucking going mental, these people. They're like, oh, just moaning. Because this normally goes, oh, let's see how much it is. Last time I looked, it was something like 70 quid or something stupid. Let's have a look to see how much is it going for now. Yeah, it's normally like a 70 quid game. And I think they're going to do a reprint soon, so it's going to come down in price. But for 25 quid, I was fucking happy. Fortune and Glory, the board game. Well, the cheapest on Amazon at the moment is 62 quid. So I was happy to get it for 25. eBay's probably the same. New's about 79 quid it's got here, I think. So I was well happy to pick it up for 25. I just hope all the pieces are there. It looks really in good condition. That's sometimes you're a bit worried about. I need to do a content check on everything. But you're sort of a bit worried when you buy board games at when you buy board games at the Bring and Buy, thinking, oh, they're going to be complete and they're not going to be complete. Unlike if there's a Bring and Buy for video games, you think, oh, the discs are scratched, you can actually go get it fixed for like a couple of quid. This one's got one piece missing, you'd be fucking hell, it's like really hard to find that one piece where you have to buy the board game again. So I was really happy for my purchase. Like I said, I took 32 games, came back with 8. And I made selling those 32 games mainly from, I guess, my collection that I've got doubles of, picking them up at car boot sales, charity shops and stuff. After fees and everything, I made about 260 quid, which I couldn't believe I made that much money. And my budget was actually about 200 quid, and I think it added all this up. I don't know, like all them and that. I think I spent about 400 quid on ball games, so. I was happy to keep within my budget of 200 quid plus a £260. Also, when I was up there, I was sort of double booked to go into that event, but also selling at the local sci-fi and comic convention. So one of my friends was able to look after my stand. I had to pay out extra money for him to get there. I had to pay for a taxi. So he stayed at mine Friday night. Was able to take all my video game stuff up there, and he did really well at the weekend for me. I made about 400 quid after paying for the taxi there and back, him having food twice a day, the tables and everything, and also buying additional stock. So so I was really happy. So it was a really good weekend. So because a few of us went up as well. Petrol was shared, the room was shared. Yeah, I'm really happy. So I just need to. I've cleared some space up there, got rid of some board games, but there's some really good board games I want to play. I want to start Doom. Got to get Doom done. Oh, there's another one somewhere as well. I think there's a couple other board games somewhere, but I can't quite find them at the moment. I got this as well, which was like, I guess, the Star Trek sort of like a map. So you're sort of in space with your figures. Great, I'm now going to be able to roll it up again. Yeah, and I got some other board games, but I forgot to put them on the shelf. Oh yeah, in the Cosmic Conflict. This is for Cosmic Encounter, just behind me. I had one unboxed, so it was also mixed in with the game. And yeah, there's also another guy in the queue, and this is like normally new, about 15, 16 quid. I said, oh, how much you want for that? He gives a £5. So I paid a £5, basically just for the box. Took the contents out, which is all new and sealed. And yeah, I'm able to probably sell it on the board game selling group for about a tenner, sort of get my money back, double my money, and actually have the box as well. Oh, the Abyss! I knew there was another one. The Abyss. Know nothing about this game. All I know is something to do with the sea. And your creatures. And you have to fight. For centuries, creatures without rule the depths of the sea, their kingdom called Abyss. Yeah, there's loads of alien races, I guess, under the sea. When it's wetter, and it is better, under the sea. And I got this one. If I can take it off, I think I got this for about 20 quid, and that was selling in the trade hall for about 40 quid. Anything else? I'm sure there was a couple other ones, but yeah. There's a couple of board games I missed out on, but at like good prices. So I was like, oh damn it! Like Arkham Horror, I got that for £25. I saw Silver for £25, and I'm like, no, when I tried to go for it, and it was gone. Because lots of people buy board games, they put them on the shelf, and they basically don't play them, you know. So that's what I do. I buy board games, I undo the contents, unwrap them and everything, and then put them in bags, and then sometimes I don't play them, and then try and sell them. So for now, I think I'm just gonna keep them sealed. But yeah, there's a few other. Yeah, there's another 2 or 3 board games over there, little card games, but I can't be bothered even to reach over there. But yeah, so thanks for watching. If you're into board games, get into it. It's best to get into it. If you want something quick and simple to learn, or something funny and brutal, pick up Cards Against Humanity, a little game of Munchkin, or Flux. Just stuff, little card games like that will just get you into it, and then you'll get more of the board games because you'll be buying bigger, better board games, and then in 2 or 3 years' time you realise those games are absolutely shit because there's much more of the board game in it than there is. But yeah, it's all about the figures, all about the big boxes and the figures. Yeah, so cheers guys, thanks for watching. Woo woo.